Hello, kamusta po? Ayun, patuloy po yung ating pag-iikot dito po sa Cebu, sa iba't iba pong mga towns. Tayo po ay nangangampanya and at the same time ay mini-meet po natin yung pong mga local leaders po na ating kinabibiliban at mga magagandang example po ng public service. At ngayon po kasama po natin, I'm very thankful na tayo po ay welcome niya sa kanila si Mayora Nene Alegado. Kamusta po, Mayora?
Ay, kumusta din sa iyo, Mark? And we're welcoming you dahil nakikita mo meron ka palang mga gustong malaman dito sa Cebu, in particular sa Consolacion.
Opo. Siyempre po, importante, lalo na ako tumatakbo, makita ko yung mga concerns sa iba't ibang lugar. And at the same time, may vlog din tayo para po maipahayag din po natin sa mga tao yung pong mga nangyayari sa iba't ibang sulok ng bansa.
Yes.
Nagulat din po ako, Mayora, kasi nakita ko ang dami palang development dito po sa inyo sa Consolacion.
Yes.
Opo.
Awa ng Diyos, precisely, na for the past few years after the pandemic, talagang tinatrabaho namin yung mga naka-pipeline namin na mga big ticket projects ay unti-unti na-realize. And maliban yan, meron pa tayong mga bago na naman ng mga concept that is very applicable to the needs of our people now. But
simulan po natin, Mayora, doon sa sa bagong international port
yes.
terminal.
Isa yan. I could consider that is one of our big ticket project na talagang inaasahan ko na talagang mangyari dahil with this project, this will bring about something, an economic boost for not only in my town, Consolacion, but the entire province of Cebu. Dahil kasi this has been a project that was envisioned 22 years ago, and it was a product of a study by JICA. But
to address po ito kasi yung original na port ng Cebu,
yes,
kumbaga para mas lumawak yung capacity po, no, mas dumami yung pwedeng
The very reason na kailanganin namin itong bagong port dahil yung existing kasalukuyan na pantalan namin ngayon maliit lang ang berthing riyan. At saka maliwan yan, very silted na kasi ang waters namin. So, mga Panamax vessel hindi na makapasok. So, always and always, naka-queue yung maraming mga ships, vessels coming from different parts of the world, no? And then, it also lagged the entry of different prime commodities, for example, rice, and then cement, and steel, mga bakal, at iba-iba pa. Mas
nagmamahal po yung presyo kapag hindi maano kaagad.
Correct. No? Comparable to the Manila price, naku, ang laking agwat dahil nakadimurahe na kasi yung mga ships, no? Then, syempre, i-add yun doon sa commodity. So, ako naman, having been from the business sector before I became into mayor, in particular, I'm very familiar with importation. Kita ko, matagal na problema yan. At nobody was tinkering about it. Me knowing na there was a study way back 20 years ago, tinitinker ko yan. Way back ng administration pa ng previous president, I was able to reach to the DOTR through Secretary Tugadi then. So, unti-unti nabuksan namin yung mga possibilities. And awa ng Diyos, in 2018, nasali yung appropriation ng project doon sa package soft loan ng Philippines to Korea, South Korea. So, initially, binigyan kami ng allocation na 9 billion to materialize the project. But because of the pandemic, na-delay yan, and the cost also is not anymore the same. So, as what the Korean government wants, they always want also a Korean contractor for that. Ang Hanjin Group who won, hindi na kasya yung budget nila. So, ginawa ko ng paraan, pinuntahan ko yung NEDA, at ini-explain ko ng NEDA. NEDA was very happy because they were just waiting for updates, mag-brief sa kanila what really happened, why it did not move. So I said it is because of the budget. So, after I visited NEDA then, they convened through the then president, the present president, nag-convene sila, and they look at this project as a flagship project for Cebu, because I really emphasized,
mukha yatang the whole province.
Mukha yatang dihado Cebu eh. Palagi na lang kami naiiwan. Palagi na lang doon sa Manila, Luzon, mga XLEX, mga ano pa yung mga Lex-Lex dyan. And then, secondly, yung nakita ko at one point na nagbabanggit yung DOTR, ng build. There was no mention of Cebu. So I really complained. I really opened my mouth in that particular forum that are you aware that there is such an island called Cebu somewhere in the Visayas? Are you aware that Visayas also is part of the Philippines? So nagsimula doon. So awa ng Diyos, after I complained to NEDA, na-convene yung board presided over by the president, dinagdagan kami ng 6.9 billion. So ngayon, go na,
nag-groundbreaking na. No?
Yes, February 5, nagka-groundbreaking kami. So,
yung tina-target po yata before matapos at least yung
term ni BBM.
Magawan to ng
At saka, alaking bagay to. Dahil hindi lang ito, kami lang host, municipality lang, but the benefit will be the entire province and the neighboring islands too, because this is going to be a disport. In terms of economy,
kay ngayon yung bagong DOTR natin kay Sec Vince Dizon na ayan, bilis kilos yan na I'm sure hahanapan ng paraan kung paano ma-fast track yung pong ginagawa po dito.
Yes. Yun lang ang hinihintay lang namin ngayon na ang Korean, because nag-add sila ng budget for that. So syempre yung mga engineering designs iniiba na naman, attune with the present situation. So, sana ma-fast track yan dahil pag ma-fast track yan, tuloy-tuloy na. Dami nga lumalapit na gusto nang mag-supply, gusto nang mag-contribute to the construction. So, yun din. I just hope Secretary Vince bigyan niya kami ng priority dyan.
Opo. Kasi it will benefit nga not only Cebu province as a whole, but the whole region Visayas as well. The whole Visayas as well.
Because kasalukuyan kasi, Sir Mark, yung mga commodities namin, other than those coming from the international, yung iba minsan, dadaan pa ng Batangas. So, dalawang beses na double na. Oo. So, gusto namin, diretso para mura ang mga commodities.
Sa laki ng lalo na sa laki ng ekonomiya ng Cebu and the Visayas region, deserve nila na magkaroon ng ganyan kalaking port. And I'm sure, kayang-kaya yan ni Sec Vince. I'm really confident. So, sana lang mas ma-fast track at yun naman ang gagawin.
Opo.
Napag-usapan din po namin kanina, yung meron ding proposed project, yung pong seafront.
Yeah, that's a reclamation project. Okay. You know, Consolacion is a municipality that is 70% mountainous. Okay. Only 30% yung flat. But when you look at the positioning of Consolacion, it is surrounded over by Cebu City and Mandaue City and across Lapu-Lapu City. So all the mga developments there, ang overflow ng developments talagang pupunta sa amin. Kapos ako ng lupa. Sa totoo lang, ngayon nga, hindi naman pwede na dadalhin ko yung development in terms of commercial, institution, tourism, dun sa bundok. So we really need a reclamation area for that. And tama-tama din, dahil 5 years ago, na-declare namin yung shoreline namin to be a commercial hub, a commercial area. So, embodied yan sa aming master plan sa CLUP, new CLUP namin. So, tamang-tama, itong front namin, shoreline namin, kailangan kami ng reclamation and very suitable for the different areas of development na sinasabi ko. Ngayon nga, I am 98% finished na sa mga compliances namin in terms of paper preparation.
Saan na lang po kulang? Yung 2%?
DENR na lang.
Okay, yun na lang.
DENR na lang, oo. Dahil hindi ko na intindihan na ang DENR would listen to complaints of people who are in yung mga locators diyan, nasa totoo naman wala nang mga tenure diyan. Expire na sila
Expired
lahat.
na, oh.
Expired. And secondly, yung CLUP namin hindi na applicable sa industrial.
Kanila, oh.
So I hope with that thing, the Secretary Loizaga can give a look on that particular requirements of ours, because this is needed by Cebu, needed by Consolacion. Alam mo ngayon, ang Cebu City at saka Mandawi talagang puno na.
Puno na. O nga
Puno
po,
na.
ito pong gagawin project na ito is a great way to decongest.
Correct.
Yung pong tri-cities ng
Yes.
Mandawi, Cebu at Lapu-Lapu.
Yes.
Para yung mga taga-north, kesa they will travel all the way to Mandawi, Cebu City,
Dito
meron ng
na.
mga trabaho sa Consolacion,
Correct.
nandun na yung mga opisina.
Yes.
And that would lessen also yung traffic. Na
It will
napakalaking
really solve the problem of traffic
Oo.
and then employment too, no? Ang dami ng subdivision sa amin, nagiging bedroom ang mountain area ko, nagiging bedroom ng Metropolitan. So naturally, pagpalapit mo yung work area nila, mas mabuti
Mas
yun.
mabuti para
so kaya nga I'm contemplating of pushing through with this vision, this plan of ours, dahil hindi naman ako nahihirapan. Nakukuha naman namin yung mga compliances na kinakailangan, dahil hindi rin ako nag-a-apply ng reclamation project na hindi talaga ako nag-follow ng proseso. Ang daming reclamation project within the wala silang permiso. Kaya nga sabi nga ng PRA, ikaw lang ang tumutupad. Sabi ko, I don't want to be a problem, to face a problem later. Gusto ko talaga,
Lahat.
kung meron akong
By the
proyekto, by the book, at saka legal yung lahat. So, I just hope, I really prayed that the department,
yun na lang ang kulang, no? Para
yun na
ma-push
lang,
na, masimulan na.
masimulan na. You know, this will really bring about a very big change in the image of Cebu, I should say, because
That's the natural expansion po.
we're really part of the metropolitan. Then, maliban yan, alam mo naman, Cebu is also rich in tourism. We have a lot of beautiful beaches. We have a lot of natural resources that are natural beauties too, like falls. No, we have a lot of falls in the south. We can show a lot in terms of tourism. We're very rich, but only very few tourists. So I really envision to invite
makadagdag.
When we have that particular project approved, we can already entertain the entry of cruise ships.
Oh, cruise pwede.
Yes, cruise ships, because if there are cruise ships, there will be a lot of tourists. And that is also what I want.
So kasama yun sa ano?
Kasama dun sa master plan
nung
na
seafront.
part of the seafront, mag-accommodate ng mga hotels, mag-accommodate ng marina, mag-accommodate ng entry of the cruise ships, dahil alam mo yung kasalukuyang port namin hindi talaga maka-accommodate Panamax vessel nga, hindi makapasok.
Hindi na siya makasabay sa growth na experience ng
Yes,
Cebu.
yes.
So, yung Cebu kailangan niya ng world-class na makabagong mga port
Yes.
at yung mga pwedeng pagdaungan ng mga cruise ships. So aside from those projects, Mayora, ano po ba yung mga ini-envision nyo for Consolacion?
You know, Consolacion, as I've said, is part of the Metropolitan. This serves as the bedroom now. And then the one of the primordial problem na nakikita ko ngayon is the traffic. So, tamang-tama na siguro na mayroon na kaming mass transport, yung LRT. So, way back mga siguro 10 years ago, there was also a study by some study group. It was in fact prepared by, again, the JICA group, nasa roadmap na binigay nila sa amin, because we have a collaboration of the private and the government sector. We collaborated into the planning, and then the output of which was also to come up with a mass transport.
So ito parang LRT po ba?
LRT. Maybe
elevated, no?
Elevated dahil wala na kaming room for expansion of the roads, no? Sabi mo, road widening, mabigat yun. Dahil maraming structure matatamaan. So, I think, kung ang LRT ay talagang mayroon ng study yan eh. At saka kung makakuha lang kami ng approved lang ng province and then approved lang ng DOTR, we do not need to ask for government funds. We can always access for the PPP.
PPP, no?
Yeah, PPP. In fact, that Seafront City is also a PPP.
Din, no? So
Yes,
walang cost
walang cost. So these are major infrastructure that could really help the northern Cebu. We are the gateway to the north. We are the gateway to the north. So this is something that can change the day-to-day flow of people's movement. And then second, it can also ease the traffic. And then thirdly, it can boost economy. Yes, that's it.
Nakakatuwa po. At ako, yun naman ang mapipledge ko, na ako po, kahit sa pagtakbo ko or kahit dito sa channel ko, I will support yung pong tatlong project na nasabi nyo na yun. Step by step ay tutukan natin hanggang ma-accomplish. And nakikita nyo guys, ang ganda ng nagagawa kapag ang leader o ang mayor ay may vision para sa kanyang lugar. Kahit nasabihin natin parang imposible, di ba? Parang masyadong mahal, masyadong pero walang mangyayari kung hindi mo sisimulan una sa plano and then you find a way to make your plan work. So, thank you very much po.
Salamat, Sir Mark.
Mayora.
Alam mo, I'm happy that you tried to seek some information from me because I also want to deliver this problem to the national government. National government has to listen what's going on down here. Opo. Alam mo naman, Cebu is a bit with a distance with Metro Manila, but I just hope the administration and the higher department, especially the DOTR, talagang tulungan kami.
Totoo po yan.
Tulungan kami because now is the right time to install an LRT in Cebu, particularly north to south. No, we can cross Cebu City, maybe perhaps in initial Consolacion to Talisay, and then later on expanded to Carcar in the south and Danao in the north.
Oh, yun ang thank you very much po. So yun guys, tuloy-tuloy lang po yung kampanya natin dito sa Cebu. We will meet different people, different leaders. So abangan nyo po sa mga next vlogs po natin yung pag-ikot natin dito. So thank you very much from Consolacion Cebu.
Thank you, Sir Mark, for the visit and conveying to you our problem. I hope you can help.
Definitely po, I will help po.
Yes po.